Thursday. I actually just got finished recording a video, my first sewing fail of August. I want to start a new vlog today. I did a pattern review on a pattern that I had shared in my August sewing plans that didn't work out the way I thought it was going to work out. It's a good pattern, but the size didn't work out for me. But yeah, I just finished recording that video. I'm actually about to head out to get some dinner. I don't feel like cooking or anything, so I'm actually gonna go and get some tacos at a taco place by my house. It's around the corner. I'm gonna walk over there and have some dinner and come back and edit, because the video I just recorded, I want to have that uploaded tomorrow. And so it should be a quick turnaround, because I pretty much just talked about how it didn't work, but how it could work for you, and you know, just talked about the pattern. But I wanted to share it. I actually was just gonna scrap it, but I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna share the review anyway. I wanted to have a video go up this week before the next vlog that's gonna go live on Sunday, so I decided to record it anyway. So I mean, why not? Someone may be looking for the pattern, and if they have any questions, always in my reviews, even if I don't go to really detailed review, I always tell my subscribers or whoever's watching the video to leave questions in the comment section if they have any questions, because I don't mind helping at all. I feel like in the sewing community, we are always super helpful with each other. So like, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna put the video up, upload it, even though skirt didn't work out. I'm probably just gonna gift it to my sister, because she's not as hippie as me, and so she probably will be able to wear it, because it's a beautiful skirt. It's just too small for me. So yeah, I do think I'm going to grab the next size up on the next pattern sale whenever Simplicity goes back on sale. I think McCall's is on sale right now on simplicity.com. But when Simplicity comes back on sale, I'm gonna grab it. The pattern is Simplicity 9958. And I just thought it would be super cute, a easy summer skirt. And yeah, it was, and it is easy, but it just was too small. So yeah, I'm about to go ahead and get dinner, and then I'm gonna get started on my next make for August, because I want to get this chugging along, because now since I did that video, I actually want to sew a few more things. But I feel like it's only right that I get through all the things that I said I would get through first before I introduce any new projects. So yeah, happy Thursday. This is Thursday that I'm recording this, starting a new vlog. But I wanted to show you all that I ended up cutting out this pattern. I had talked about in my August sewing plans that I wanted to make these pants, and the plan was to make view C, which are the pants, and I had assumed that the pants and the shorts would be on the same pattern piece and you just basically cut them. You do not. They actually do have it to where the shorts and the pants are on different pattern pieces. So I decided to cut out the shorts. I cut out view D because I figure, especially too, since I've never made this pattern and I'm not doing like a wearable muslin, I just basically cut it out based on the fitted garment measurement. So I cut a size 20. I figure I can make them in a short first to get the feel of like if they're gonna work or not, as opposed to cutting them out in a full pant. So if the short fits well, then I'll go ahead and definitely do the pants that I intended on doing with the fabric that I paired for the pants that I shared in the video. So I had this denim on hand, which is just a dark denim. It does have some stretch to it, but it's not extremely stretchy. So I decided to go ahead and cut it out with this. I have all the pattern pieces cut out. I do have to cut the interfacing pieces for, I think there are 3 pattern pieces, like the waistband, and the 2 pieces that are in the front where the buttons end up going. Those pieces are interfaced, so I'll have to do that. So I have them all cut out, and what I changed was for my pockets, I actually ended up cutting out some just quilter's cotton in navy, because I just didn't want the bulk of having the pockets be extra denim layer, so I cut out my 4 pockets in there. So I am actually finishing up on a skirt, which by the time you guys see this vlog, the video for that skirt will be uploaded, which is also something that I talked about in my August sewing plans video. But I'm about to go ahead and finish that skirt, and then I want to jump on these shorts like right away because I'm excited to see how they end up fitting. I'll just have to look in my stash to see what buttons I'm going to use, because actually, yeah, that's 8 buttons. So I'll have to look and see what I want to use. I might end up just buying new buttons, especially if I like the fit. I might want to have like a special button for this denim fabric. So yeah, stay tuned. But I'm looking forward to making these. I have been wanting to make these pants for a while now, and so now I'm just going to make those little shorts, and if they come out cute, then I'll make them in the brown pants like I talked about. Hey y'all, welcome to another day in the vlog. I'm actually about to head out for my walk. Today is August 8th, and I'm walking every day in August for at least an hour. I'm sure you guys have heard me say that a million times already. However, today is hot. Today the heat index is like 99 right now. So I'm going outside with my sports bra and these leggings. Actually, I need to get more shorts. Since I've been walking, because I typically don't work out in shorts, like at the gym, I work out in long like leggings. I don't know, it's my preference. But for the walks, I'm like, I want to walk in some shorts. So I'm actually gonna have to pick up me some more shorts, like workout shorts, or make some more shorts, some biker shorts or whatever, because like I need to do laundry in my like 4 workout shorts I have. I need to wash them. So I'm like, dang, I gotta put on these long leggings. But I want to get this walk in. I was thinking about waiting till later, but like I got so much other stuff that I want to do today that I don't want to put it off. Like I want to get it out the way so I can then come home, shower, start laundry, cook. So like I want to just get the walk out the way. So I'm just gonna head out. I'm about to put some SPF on though, because I just got home from work and I just changed clothes really quickly. So I'm about to slather up an SPF so I can get out on this walk and get back so I can start on those shorts that I cut out the other day. I really want to see if they're going to be a good fit. Hopefully they are, so then I can move on to the pants. So yeah, hang out with me today and for the rest of the vlog as I sew and dilly dally from day to day. My goodness, super sweaty. Hey y'all, it's a few hours later. I was saying I want to get to the shorts, but I'm kind of tired. I am in the middle of laundry, just finished cooking, but I do want to do some organizing in the sewing room. So I actually got all of this thread from my mom yesterday, and so I actually want to put it here on this thread rack. I actually borrowed this from my friend. I use it for like when I braid my hair. But now that I have all this thread, I'm like, oh, I want to put it on there. I do have 2 thread racks from Hobby Lobby on another wall that has thread, but now that I have this, I'm like, oh, I want to put these on display. It'll look so nice. The only thing I'm worried about is Stormy, because she knocks down the other ones often, so I'm probably gonna have to be closing the door in here. Okay, I completely filled it up. I still, actually, let me grab them. I still have quite a few left. And I don't know, I'm hoping that these will be okay quality. I can't tell, like there's no name on it. She said she ordered it on Amazon. I'm going to have her check her order history and see, because I don't know, I was feeling them, and I mean it feels okay, but I'm not sure, so I won't know of course until when I go to sew something to see like if it's actually like a good quality. But I got really excited when I first saw them because I'm like, are these Gutermann? Like, Gutermann is really good and they come on smaller rolls like this, but I'm sure if it was, it would have had some type of marking or something on there. But I'm gonna ask her because yeah, we're gonna have to see where it came from. But I was super grateful because I have all the colors that I could need and more. I decided to throw the extras in here. This is just like a drawer that I had free that only had like a big elastic roll on here. So yeah, but we'll see. I'll test tomorrow because I will use this navy to start on my jean shorts. I had them already at the sewing machine. Like I said, I was about to start, but I was like, you know what? Let me do this instead because I still need to fold laundry and I'm tired. And y'all know how it go. When you're tired and you're sewing, you usually make mistakes. So I'm like, yeah, let's start tomorrow. I'll be less busy tomorrow. Happy Sunday, y'all. I just wanted to show you guys my halter dress that I showed in the last vlog, but I didn't show you that I had finished it. So she's done. She fits so good. My dress form is smaller than me, but it fits superb. I am gonna probably like make a short or reel to share it, since I've already shared a halter dress on the channel, so there won't be like a dedicated video. But I was like, let me show them this. But I did do a few steps in the shorts. So far I've done, actually I'll take the instructions. So far I've done the first few steps. So the front, because they are button front shorts, I now need to actually interface the front piece because I have already connected them together like this. And so now I've gotten to where I need to, sorry, the wind's blowing. I need to do this step here. However, I'm like, I'm not sure if I want to do that tonight, but I did move on and I did the back darts in the back shorts, and then I'm gonna add the pocket fronts to the back, and then I'll see if I want to move on from there, because right now it's about 8:30 p.m. I usually go to bed like at 9:30 ish. I try to, because I work early. But yeah, I'm gonna do a few more steps and then I'll probably just chug along tomorrow and show you guys in the daylight when it's better lighting in here. But I did want to at least show the progress so far for the shorts. Alrighty, I did a couple more steps. So the pocket, well, one piece of the pocket is on the back pieces, and I also ended up doing the center seam for the front facing, and I'm going to pin this, and I do think I'm going to go ahead and stitch it on tonight, and then that'll be it. So I'm here. I'm going to stitch that, turn it out, press it, and that'll be it for tonight. And then I'll keep chugging along. It looks like I'll only have about 4 more steps, because I already did the darts and put the pockets. Then I'll have to do the side facing. Oh, and so far the thread, because I'm using a navy, it seems to be pretty good. She looked it up. It didn't have a name. It just said like all-purpose polyester thread. So it's pretty strong. It's working really well. So far, I haven't had anything snap or anything in the machine. So I think we're good to go. I'm glad, because I'm like, all this thread I want to be able to use. So I'm good on that. So I've actually run into a little bit of an issue, but I believe it's going to be an easy fix. I'm pinning the front facing and it's lining up with the notches on the side. However, here it's not lining up. And I understand that sometimes when you put interfacing on a fabric, it will kind of like tighten it and shrink it up. But I think maybe I just didn't do enough seam allowance on this side. So what I'm gonna do, because that's the side that's too big, I'm gonna have to like take out my stay stitch here, and then I'm just gonna pinch a little bit more here so that it'll meet. It's hard for me to show you guys, but basically so that it will be able to be flush, because this is the front of the shorts. I can't have it be like a pucker in the front. It needs to be able to lay flat. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now, and then I'll stitch it down. Look at her. Hey y'all, happy Monday. I just laid this down so that I can record the next steps for you all, and Stormy immediately comes and lays on it. Yeah. Now you being embarrassed? Anyways, so let me see. I'm gonna move it a little bit closer. Okay, she wants to get back in the way. So last night I did end up finishing this front piece. I turned it in and pressed it so it's nice and pressed and creased. It did say go ahead and put the buttons in first, but I want to go ahead and do the side fronts. So I am on step, I did 4 and 5. Well, 5 is to put the buttonholes. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to do the next step, which is to put the side front facing. So I have my facing pieces here. So it's right sides together, just like how this one was. I'm going to, actually, I wonder if I should flip it out instead. Actually, that's backwards, guys. It's this way, because this connects here and it goes across this way. There was a dot on the pattern piece where to stop stitching, and so I'm gonna make sure I'm matching up my notches, and I'm gonna pin around and stitch around both sides, and then flip it out and press it like I did the middle section. And then after that, I think I'm gonna put my pockets on the front. The last thing I'm gonna do probably is going to be my my buttons, because I gotta figure out what buttons I'm gonna use. So let me see. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do the closing up part until I do my buttonholes. But I already did this step with the dart in the back, and then you end up putting the pockets on the front. I'm gonna do that, and then we'll go in my buttons case and figure out what button I'm gonna use. I did shop, well, I stopped at Michael's on my walk home, and I was looking for buttons. I did see a button that I liked, but there was only 6 and I need 8 for this. And so I'm just gonna look at my button stash and see if I can find 8 that will work. And if not, then I'll have to, there's another place that I can go to locally that I can find some, instead of having to order them online. I could just stop tomorrow after work at the warehouse by my job. So let me go ahead and pin that, stitch that, press it, and then I'll come back and show you that. Alrighty, so I sewed on the side front facing. So it actually does not sew all the way to the end. You actually leave a little bit undone. So I'm going to attach the pocket so the pocket is not attached to this piece, because this is going to end up being attached to the back waistband once the back is added. But the pocket is added with it being free from that back part to connect it. So I pressed it. I'm gonna sew my pockets on, and then we're gonna go look at the buttons. Okay, so the pattern doesn't call for top stitching, but I ended up top stitching just the middle section. However, y'all, I'm kind of nervous. I always get this feeling halfway through. I'm like, I think these are gonna be too small. I cut a size 20. This denim does have some stretch in it, but when I just held it up to me, it feels like it's going to be small. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna actually, because they actually have you putting, they had you put the button holes in earlier, but you don't put the buttons on until the very end. You do attach the front and the back. I'm just gonna attach the front and the back together so I can see if they even fit, because I'm not gonna go through the work of putting buttons on if they're not even gonna fit. And I still should be fine with getting the buttonholes done and putting the buttons on, because the nature of this pattern, like, it's a flap. So like even when the pants are together or shorts are together, I'll be able to like take this part down and like do my buttonholes. I don't think it'll be that big a deal. So you know what I'll do, just to be safe, I'll baste the front and back together, just in case like I am gonna have an issue. But I'm just like, I don't want to do y'all, I don't be having the patience like to go through all the extra hard steps. Well, buttons aren't hard. I mean, it just takes time. If I know the fit isn't even right, like, why waste my time? And again, now I'm glad I'm doing this little short version, because it's gonna let me know whether or not I need to go up in size for the pants that I originally was planning on doing. Remember, I was actually only planning to do the pants initially, but because they did have the two shorts and the pants separate, I was like, you know what, I could like save myself time and just make little shorts instead. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna base the front and back together, try them on, and make sure that I'm good before I add buttons to them. Okay, y'all, I basted them, and they aren't too small, but you see this? And then I'm just gonna actually like pin the top. Let me grab my pins. Where it's supposed to close. And I don't love them, y'all. Like, I think I might abandon them. I don't love the fit. It's not that they're too small, they're just not as flattering. Like, I always run into this issue with pants. Like, I'm a dress girl. Like, I'm just gonna pin it like how it would look if it was closed. I mean, I guess I could troubleshoot. I'm gonna step back so you can see. So I have some creasage here. I do feel like I probably could drop the curve, the inseam curve, and maybe that would be better. But even with that, like, I mean, the pockets, you can, it's a little bit open. I guess that's supposed to be more flush. The stitches are kind of coming out because it's stretching, because I just basted it. But even with that, so the back waistband is not on yet, because you actually put that on. It's like a facing, so it would be stitched, and then this will be turned in. But like, I don't actually like how they look on. I don't feel like they're a flattering pant. So I think I'm gonna put these on pause for now. So I'm not gonna cut out the brown fabric in these, because I even don't know if it's gonna be like a good fit for my thighs. Just think about the pants going straight down. Like, is that gonna be, I don't know. I just don't think they're the most flattering. And then I have another pant pattern that I talked about in that August sewing plans that I already have cut out. If I like how those pants come together, I might just make a cream pair and a brown pair instead of these, because I just feel like these don't really do nothing for me. Like I said, they aren't horrible, but like, you know, I don't love how they look. So I'm gonna pause these for now, and I'm gonna start dinner, and then I will at least get a few steps in on the pants, because those butterick pants are super easy. It's literally just like a front and back, a side zip, and a facing. So yeah. Okay, y'all, I have about 20 or 30 more minutes of energy in me to sew, so I'm about to start on these pants. So these butterick pants I talked about in, well, the whole pattern, the top, bottom, and belt I plan on making. I talked about them in my August sewing plans. I have the pants cut out here in this tan fabric. I'm gonna start on these tonight. I'm hoping that they are good, because if they are, then I'll do the brown fabric that I was going to use, that Butterick pattern. The other one, well, no, that's a Simplicity pattern, I believe. Those pants that I just attempted to make the shorts, I'm going to make them in that fabric as well. These seem super simple. There's literally only a front, a back, and a waistband. It's a side invisible zip. I believe I have a tan invisible zip. And yeah, I'm gonna knock these out. I did add 3 extra inches to them. I usually have to do that with pants. I want to make sure that they are long just like hers is. I'm not sure if I'm gonna wear a heel, but I added 3 extra inches. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump in. Let me open up the instructions because I didn't look over them, but when I seen the pieces, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be super easy. Okay, y'all, I am done with the pants. I'm gonna step back. It's really dark in here, it's raining, but as you can see, they are pretty small, pretty tight. The invisible zipper is not invisible, but it's pulling, but I just wanted to put it in just to show the pants on. I actually really like the fit, so I am just going to, I had already cut the 20. I'm just going to extend the pattern pieces and make the brown ones. But I do like the direction that they're going. It's just that they're too tight in the thigh. And then like even, like I wouldn't be able to sit down because this fabric, just like the brown fabric, doesn't even have like no stretch. So yeah, it wouldn't be able to work. But other than that, I actually do like how they are high-waisted. I like the back darts. It's just, it's too tight across like it's accentuating my fupa, and I don't like that. And then it's also like almost giving me a wedgie. So yeah, I'm about to go out on my walk, even though it's still kind of raining. I'm just gonna take my umbrella, and then when I come back, I'll cut out the brown and extend it so we can get that going. And then I think I'll probably take out this zipper because this is like, no, I actually think I got another one just like this so that I could put it in the other pants. So I am actually going to test out the adjustment that I'm gonna make to this pattern on some other fabric first before I cut it out in the brown. What I'm going to do is just basically cut out one leg, a front and a back. I'm gonna add 2 inches, but I'm gonna add 1 inch on the outside and 1 in the inside. And then I also want to make a seat adjustment because I did have that area where it was kind of giving me a wedgie. So I'm going to make a slash in the back seat and open that up so that I can have a little bit more room. So I just watched a video on YouTube. Alrighty, you guys, so I just want to show you guys the seat adjustment that I made. So I'm just gonna open it up by 1 inch, and so you see I just basically like just split it right there, and it'll still insert the same on the sides. So I'm still gonna have the same notches. And then I just chalked the extra 1 inch on the inside of the leg and the outside. So, oh, and I also made the adjustment to the length too. So on the other ones, I added 3 inches and they were really long. I would have to wear heels if I did that. But for these, I don't think I want, I think I want to just wear them with like loafers or, you know, just a flat shoe. So I added 1.5 inches. Also, I did keep all the lines for the larger sizes. I usually always do that, so I won't cut on the length line. For the size that I cut, I go the longest the lines go. So I did 1.5. So I'm gonna see how that works. So I'm about to, actually I need to mark out my dart with my chalk too. Cut out the back, and then the front I'm gonna leave the same as far as the seat part. I'm only gonna make that adjustment to the back. I think that'll take care of it. And then I'm just gonna add the extra inch to the inside and the outside of the front pant leg. So the next time you see me, I'll have the one leg on so you guys can see. So y'all, I did the adjustment. Now I think it's a little bit too big, so I'm actually gonna only do 1 inch on the outside instead of outside and inside. As far as the seat adjustment, I feel like it's better now. Well, you can't really tell, but like it feels good. So yeah, I'm actually gonna just take that 1 inch in, and I'll just show you guys tomorrow how it fits. But I'm so glad that I did this. Saved me a headache of having to recut my brow. So what, oh my god, y'all, like every time I turn the camera on, move. So what I did was chalk back that 1 inch, and I didn't do it all the way down, but just a few notches, well, a few little marks to be able to start it off, because I want to see and make sure before, like I said, I make the final cutout of the brown that will be the right adjustment. So let me do that, and then again, like I said, I'll show you guys tomorrow in the daylight. Actually, I'm not going to be sewing on that line. I'm actually going to be sewing 5/8 from that line, because that would be how I would do the pattern. So I just put it, like lined it up with the groove of that 5/8 seam allowance, and we'll see how it goes. Happy Wednesday, y'all. So today is August 13th. Hopefully you guys can hear me fine. If not, I'll just have to voice over. But today is the 13th day of me walking at least an hour. Oh, look like we got a run group. In the month of August, and today is actually the first day that I do not feel like it. I honestly just got home from work, changed my clothes, and immediately went out, because I knew if I sat around a little bit longer, I could have like broke my streak. So I'm out here, and I know afterwards I'll feel better, but I just got to bed late last night, and when I get my sleep, y'all, I'll be no good. Like, so when I get back home, I'm gonna shower, I'm gonna have some coffee because I need to record, and then I'll finish those brown pants. I cut them out last night, and I want to make them. Like, I actually think I'm gonna wrap up the vlog with finishing those pants. So yeah, again, it's the 13th, so we are 13 days into our challenge. We're gonna walk all 30 days in August. Hey y'all, back in the sewing room. I actually just finished having dinner. I recorded after I came in from my walk. I ended up doing a review of a pattern that I had made, a dress, 2 times. That review is actually going to go up tomorrow, so it'll be out before this vlog. But I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm really kind of like drained from the walk, and I recorded, and I'm sore from my weight exercise the other day. But I want to do at least a couple steps in the brown pants. Honestly, I was like, oh, I'm gonna finish today. I don't know, maybe once I start sewing, I'll get some momentum. But I do have them cut out after I made that adjustment last night to the pattern, and then readjusted that one leg. I did end up cutting the pants, so I'm gonna grab them. They right here. So this is the brown fabric. If you guys didn't see the video where I shared like my August sewing plans, I wanted to show it to you guys. So here is the front and back of the leg. It is just beautiful chocolate brown. I think it's gonna look amazing in these pants. I have the darts chalked out. So because I've already like gone through the process of making the pants, I pretty much know how it goes. So what I'm gonna do is sew the front and back leg together, and then I'm actually gonna do the invisible zip. I'm gonna kind of go out of the order of the pattern because I just like, I prefer to do my invisible zip before the pant leg is attached. It's just more seamless that way for me. I would like to add it and then do the stitch continuously down so that I don't have any issue with it. And I wanted the fabric to be completely flat on the machine. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll just like insert one leg into the other and do the whole, you know, sewing up the inseam. In the pattern, it has you doing the crotch first and then connecting the sides. So I don't want to do it in that order. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll probably just try them on, but I don't even think I'm going to like do the waistband. Like did I cut out the waistband? No, I don't even think I cut out the waistband. So I think I'm just going to put them together. So I'm going to add the darts and then put the invisible zip in and then sew up each leg, insert them into each other. Actually, I probably will be fine just sewing up each leg. And if I don't feel like sewing the crotch up, then I won't. I don't know. I'm going to see though, because I might get excited after sewing a few steps and want to continue, but I can just definitely pick this up tomorrow. I am going into work. I'm normally off on Thursdays and Fridays, but I'm going in for some overtime tomorrow, so I can get to it tomorrow. But yeah, I was like, let me come back on camera. But yeah, I will have that pattern review up. I'm really happy to share that now. It was like my dress that I did for my Sewn magazine feature, and I couldn't share it right away. There was like a time period where you can't share the photos that are in the magazine, so I waited to share it on the channel since I couldn't like post the pictures. Unless you had the magazine, you didn't see them, so I was just so happy to share them with my viewers. So yeah, if you are watching this video and you didn't see that one, go back and watch it, because this video will be out after after that one. Is just a pattern review of, I believe it's Simplicity 9885 that I did the review on. I made 2 dresses out of that pattern. Really good pattern. But yeah, let me get to the sewing machine. So I actually went to try to find an invisible zipper close to this fabric today, and this is all they had. They only had this dark brown. I do have this all-purpose that's pretty close. I think I might end up using this all-purpose instead of an invisible, and then just sew it in a way where you can't see anything but like the teeth, or I might even do like a little overlap. So I think I'm gonna go with this one, even though invisible is supposed to be invisible. Sometimes I get them invisible, and sometimes you can see a little bit of it. So I feel like if you might see a little bit, I would rather have this one than that one. That's really dark. I think that would stand out more. I literally only jumped back on camera just to let y'all know that like these pants are huge. I put them together. I put the zip in. They are so big, so big. I thought 1 inch would be good, even with that test like blue one pant leg that I did. It seemed like it would be okay, but they are huge. So I'm gonna worry about it tomorrow. But I just wanted to let y'all know, like, I did put them together. Like, I didn't even want to like try to show y'all on camera. Maybe tomorrow I will, but I'm thinking I'm just gonna have to like put them on inside out and pinch out to see like how much to take them in, because it's like I don't want them to be like uncomfortably like tight to where I can't sit down like how the other ones were. But like now they look crazy. Like it has totally lost its shape. You can't even see my legs or anything. Like they're literally just hanging off. So I don't understand. I literally put the other ones back on. Like, was I just extra bloated yesterday? Like, and they still are really tight, the other ones, but you could at least see like my shape. I still want you to be able to see my legs in the pants. You literally can't see my legs, like my thigh or anything. Like they're just big. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. It's like 8:45. So I'm just like, we'll deal with this tomorrow. This is tomorrow's problem. Plus I gotta like finish like editing the video that needs to go live tomorrow. That pattern review that I filmed earlier. But like, yeah, I'm like, what is going on? Like, I guess I only needed to add maybe a ½ inch. And remember, like the earlier clip I showed you guys, I ended up taking away the 1 inch that I added to the inside of the leg. So now all I have is an inch on the outside, and it's that big a deal. Like, it's made it that much more big. I don't get it. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we're gonna figure it out. At least they're too big and I can take them in. Yeah, and then I'm going to actually hold on to the other pants because I feel like, I mean, eventually I might lose something and I'll be able to fit them, because that's literally the only issue, that I didn't really like how it was fitting here. So I think I could try to make an adjustment to those if, like, you know, a few months down the line I'm able to fit them better. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey y'all, so it's the next day and I was like, let me put them on for them. So look how big these are. And that's from adding 1 inch to each side. They're really big, and so I don't want them this big. They literally are like, I can put them on without even unzipping the zip. So what I think I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to baste 1 inch back in, like without that adjustment, and see if that on one, I'm going to baste in on one side, on this leg, the leg that doesn't have the zip in, and then I'm going to put them back on and see like what difference that makes. Because if it seems normal again and it fits fine, I'll just end up taking the zip out on this side and then taking it in that 1 inch again, which I don't get. Like, how is it that just taking it out an inch, like, did I only need like a 1/4 inch? Because even if it was like a 1/2 inch, I felt like that wasn't going to be enough. But for the most part, the reason why they were super tight was in the area right around like my lower stomach. So I didn't mind like how they fit on like my butt and everything. So maybe I should have just only took it out at the top, like basically did like a grade instead of like taking the whole length of the pattern out. Because the way this looks now, I'm just like, it just totally loses everything in these pants. So yeah, let me go ahead and baste the one leg, and then I'll come back on camera so you guys can see that. Okay, I put this side is still the loose side, but I took it in actually 1 inch from where I stitched. So that's actually more than 1 inch. I didn't go 1 inch from the edge. I went 1 inch from the stitching line that I stitched. So that's even less. But I'm going to just pinch this side and show it makes so much of a difference. And I feel like it's not too tight on my thigh like the other ones were super tight. I'm wondering if it was just the difference of that seat adjustment that helped out, because now I feel like this is taking in more than what the other pants is, but because those are like so hiked up and not sitting well, that made the difference. So what I'm gonna do now, because I do like, I'm gonna bring it down a little bit more. I do like how this leg fits. I like the fact that you can still kind of like, you can see my leg in here now, but it's not super tight on my thigh. And I like how it still gives shape to the back, although I do need to like fix my dart. You see how I have that pucker? So I'm gonna probably go over that again. So now I'm just going to seam rip my zip out so that I can make the adjustment, have the seam come in 1 inch from the stitching line, and then I'm gonna reattach my zip again, and then I'll go ahead and cut out my waistband. However, now my waistband will I'll probably have to just like draft a new one. I'll take the pattern piece out, but I know that they're not gonna match up since I made this adjustment. So yeah, like I said, we're finishing these today. Like, and the length is perfect. Like you guys can't see down there, but it is perfect. I think I'm just gonna hem them like regular, and I'm just gonna wear these with flats instead of like a heel. Although I could wear it like with a boot, like in the fall time, and it'll be fine. But I envision just to wear these with some like loafers to work into the office. Okay, you guys, I wanted to show you guys with the waistband on before I put the zip in. So the waistband is attached, however, it folds down after the zipper is attached. So I just wanted to test it out first before I close it up with the zipper, and I'm happy with how they look and how they fit. I do have a little bit more room, so they aren't as fitted, and that's fine. I want them to show shape, but I don't want them to be too tight. I already like sat down like while holding where like the zipper would be to make sure that I'm good, and I am. So yeah, the last step is to add the zip in and then turn the waistband down. But I wanted to come back on camera because I want to let you guys know what I ended up having to do with the waistband. So since I made that alteration, the 20 did not fit the waistband to the top of the pants anymore. So I ended up taking out the size 22 out of the pattern envelope because this pattern has a waistband for each size. So I took the waistband for 22 out, and I thought I was going to be fine. I put all the other pattern pieces back in the envelope. But when I took the 22 and put it around the perimeter, it still wasn't big enough. So what I ended up doing was measuring the top of the pants, and it ended up coming to like about 42 inches all the way around because of where they hit. Like, so my measurement higher is smaller than that, but where they sit, it has to go around my like stomach. So I had to get, take it out a few inches. So I still use the pattern piece for the waistband. I just extended it a couple more inches so I could have it go all the way to the end of the opening. So now, like I said, I'm about to add the zip in, and then all I have left to do is hem them, and then I'm done. So I'm glad. I'm actually I don't think that this is gonna be the last time I make these pants. I do want to try them again on like maybe like a double knit, one that's like a little bit stretchier, and see how they work. This is just like a polyester pant, so really inexpensive. I do want to try them with a better quality pant, but I had this on hand for a couple of years, and I'm like, you know what, let me go ahead and do it with this. So yeah, I'm finally done with the pants. I'm gonna pan down to show the top part, and then I'll probably have to just insert a full clip of the full length of the pants because you won't be able to see it. But I'm finally done. It feels like that was forever. I still have room, and that's okay. I feel like the waistband could be like a little bit tighter, but it's all right. I don't mind. I didn't end up smoothing out that dart, but I feel like I could just do that at any time. The only thing I didn't do was like stitch in the ditch, but I typically like to hand sew that so nothing will show. Other than that, they're done. I hemmed them. They are a great length so where I can wear flat like loafers. And remember, I have an all-purpose zipper, so it's not an invisible zipper. But yeah, like the only thing is I feel like I ended up back at square one as far as the sizing of the actual pant. I think what made the most difference is the seat adjustment. So I do want to make them again. I especially know that I want to make them again in like a better fabric, because this is just like some synthetic fiber that I already had, and I just feel like it'll be nicer if it was a little bit of a better quality fabric. But yeah, I actually really like this pattern. I'll definitely show you guys when I do them again. And remember, this is a two-piece pattern. I want to do both the top, bottom, and the belt. Actually, it's 3 pieces in this pattern, so I still want it in that light color. So I'm gonna do that at some point. It's part of my August sewing plan, so I'm hoping to get that out. But I wanted to end the vlog with me showing these pants. Took some time to finally get the fit right, but I think I'm there. But again, I'll make another one and see if maybe I'll just change the seat adjustment, and that'll make a difference. So I just want to close out the video with this. I feel like this is enough footage for a weekly vlog. Again, thanks to you guys for watching these vlogs. It's been something different to share on my channel, but I'm enjoying it so far. So I'll see you guys next time.